Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another session of Mind Your Business with SML. This series is all about giving business owners practical, real world insights you can actually use. No fluff, no sales pitch, just smart conversations about running and protecting your business. Today, we're excited to be joined by Laurie, who brings a wealth of legal expertise and a refreshingly practical approach to navigating the issues business owners face every day. This is one of the topics where a little clarity now can save you a lot of stress later. So I'm thrilled to have her with us. As a side note, they are also one of SML's clients, and we are grateful to have them as part of the SML family. Let's jump in. Laura Lee is a seasoned business attorney, trusted advisor, and straight talker for entrepreneurs who want to build strong businesses without getting buried in legal jargon or surprise invoices. She is the founder and president of the Legal Department for Service Professionals, PA, a Florida-based law firm designed specifically to support small business owners, service professionals, and private practices with practical, proactive legal guidance. With more than 20 years of experience in business law, Laurie has spent her career helping entrepreneurs protect what they're building and build it in the right way from the start. Her background spans work at larger law firms handling mergers and acquisitions, intellectual property, international matters, and complex business transactions. That experience gave her a deep understanding of how businesses operate at scale, and more importantly, how to bring that level of legal insight to small and growing organizations in a way that actually makes sense. In 2015, Laurie founded the legal department with a clear mission: make quality legal support accessible, understandable, and predictable for business owners. Her firm focuses on business formations, contracts, compliance, intellectual property, and ongoing legal strategy, all delivered with transparency and intention. Laurie is also a strong advocate for flat fee and project based pricing because she believes business owners should be able to plan for legal support just like any other essential business expense. Education is a core part of Laurie's approach. She knows that empowered clients make better decisions, so she created the Legal Guide for Private Practice, a collection of legal resources tailored especially for mental health professionals and other private practitioners. Through guides, templates, checklists, and training materials, Laurie helps professionals understand their legal and ethical responsibilities while giving them tools they can actually use in day to day operations. Beyond her legal work, Laurie is a frequent speaker, educator, and content creator, regularly leading workshops and webinars for business owners who want to be proactive, not reactive, about legal risk. She brings a refreshing mix of expertise, clarity, and realism to every conversation, meeting clients where they are and helping them move forward with confidence. At her core, Laurie is not just an attorney, she's a strategic partner for business owners who want to grow smart, stay protected, and sleep better at night, knowing their legal foundation is solid. Laurie, take it away.
Wow, Marnie, I don't have anything else to say. I think you said everything there is to say about me. That was an amazing introduction. Thank you. And I have to say, working with you and your team has been amazing the past few years. We really rely on you guys. You guys do a wonderful job. So
Thank
we
you.
always recommend you to people and very, very good work. So thank you. Yes, and thank you for inviting me here. I think all that you said, I was reading, I'm like, wow, you guys really provided a lot of information. It really feels like you know us well. That feels good. Um, like you said, I think, our perspective comes a little bit different in that we just look at the legal landscape as a whole and kind of look to see who is it that is accessing lawyers and who is using, attorneys' advice. And, about 10 years ago, well, more now, probably about 14 years ago, as we're in a big firm and realizing like who are our clients. And they're mostly big businesses, and looking at why small businesses weren't getting the information they needed from attorneys, and really kind of doing a deep dive on why that was, what was prohibiting them from accessing the information they need or the advice that they needed from attorneys, and really realized that the law was not accessible in many ways. One, it's cost prohibitive for small businesses because their dollars need to go farther, and so they need to be able to make decisions. And what was happening was, they might meet with an attorney, realize they have a need, meet with an attorney, and the attorney says, okay, we're X number of dollars per hour. But you don't know how much time that's going to take. And so bigger businesses were like, yeah, they have a budget for legal and, it is what it is and that they're willing to pay it. But small businesses didn't really know what that looked like. They didn't have that in their budget and they don't know what the end invoice is going to be. And so it was just a little bit too risky for them because at the end of the day, that legal bill might have been way too high for them, and they would never have done it. It wouldn't have been worth it to them if they had known at the end how much it was going to cost, because those dollars would have been a priority in some other area of the business. And so they would have chosen to spend those dollars on this other thing rather than getting the legal advice. And so, looking at flat fees and how it could work at the time, it was a really new concept in the law. And I had done a lot of research on law firms all across the country. And there were a handful of them in Boston and a couple out in Portland, Oregon, that were really experimenting with flat fees. And so I started talking to, people here in Florida about it, and oh, it's not going to work. You'll never be able to make it work. People are going to take advantage of you. That you do a flat fee, and they're going to have so much time. They're going to milk you for everything. And I thought to myself, that could be true. That might happen, but I think I'd rather experiment with it and see if we can make it work. And I can tell you over 10 years later, it works well. People don't take advantage. They're very respectful of our time and what our scope is for our engagement. And so what that looks like now is it's a flat fee. We have schedules of fees that, we talk to a small business owner, find out what it is that they need. And if it's something we can help with, we show them what the fee schedule is. And so we're very transparent with our fee and say, hey, this is what it is. Is this going to be good for you? Make an informed decision. Is this an investment for your business? Is this something you have to do right now? Is this something you want to build towards? What's best for you? But you know what that fee is going to be. And every single time we hear so much positive feedback on it. People are so appreciative that they understand that this is not a discounted rate. It's not like you're getting free legal services or you're getting the Walmart price. It's that you just know what the price is. And that alone is such a benefit for small business owners because then they know, okay, I'm getting good legal advice. I'm not getting bargain shelf, legal advice. It's somebody who practices business law. It's not a general practitioner that has to look everything up. We're experts in what we do. We only practice business law. We're only small business owners. But then they know that this is the fee for it. And that business model has just been amazing. And honestly, I kind of came into it in a way of what I wanted to be accessible to small businesses, but it also turned out to have so many more incentives that align with with our clients. So for us, here's the fee. This is what you have to work on. Use your time efficiently. Don't waste time. Go to the most reasonable, practical solution that there is. Don't get all fancy and more complicated than it needs to be. What is the solution that would fit this size problem? And so our incentives on the inside is to work just like small businesses work, and that is be practical. Don't get more complicated than you need to get, and so there's all kinds of other things that have come like that have been um, not anticipated by me. So I think that's just been such a rewarding part of our practice. And then obviously just dealing with so many amazing business owners. Everybody has these great ideas and provide such cool services that it's almost like, when you're an actor and you get to try on different personalities and characters, it's kind of like that for us because we get to try on different businesses and see inside all these different businesses that are just so cool and creative. And we've got over 600 clients now at this point, and all throughout the state of Florida. We've served hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of small businesses over the past 10 years, and we're just really honored to be able to do that. So, thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Lori. I mean, we've been working with you, and I didn't realize you'd have had that many clients, which truly shows the impact that you've made and that you're on to something, like something that really speaks to small business owners. I think that's amazing. I love that. Because you're right. I mean, sometimes it's so cost prohibitive, but it's necessary. It's kind of like IT, right? Like cybersecurity. We need to make
Right,
sure, guys,
right.
especially as you grow and get into different areas. Um, Lori, I have a quick question. Do you I know small business is absolutely your area, as is mine, and our passion. Is there any specific type of businesses that you really prefer to work with or in specific locations?
So I'm licensed in Florida, so the location is very important. So we can only serve Florida-based businesses. That doesn't mean the owners have to be in Florida, but it has to be a Florida business. And then our parameters are 20 employees or less, and we focus specifically on service professionals. And so why do we do that? It's a little bit, I always tell people like there's this baseline of business law that every business needs to cover. So whether you're a restaurant, retail, an attorney, whatever it is, you have to cover it. But for service professionals, we have additional layers. So we have regulations, we have ethics, we have special rules within different industries. And so that's really where our specialty comes in, is that a little bit more of a complex matter for still a small business. You think about architects, accountants,
Mm.
marketing firms. I mean, no matter what you're doing, you're running up against specialty rules for your industry or your profession. And so that's kind of where we're able to help our clients the best.
That's cool. Oh, and one more question, Laurie. With the
Sure.
legal guide, I found it really interesting that mental health professionals was kind of the jumping off point for that. Is there like a story behind that? I was just interested.
Yeah, yeah, there is. It's funny because over the years, we just started helping more and more mental health therapists. And, we really enjoy working with them. They're just amazing people. And, close to my heart, my grandmother was a therapist, and, she was just an amazing human. And so, I just really started thinking, how can I help them more? How can I help them set up their practices? How can I be more of service? And then I was asked to speak at their American Counseling Association, their national conference, and just got some more ideas there. And I can only help people in Florida. And so, how can I help people outside of Florida? Well, I can at least provide them education. I can't provide them lawyer guidance or attorney counseling services, but I can provide them education. So that's what the legal guide is. It's a legal education company, and the first things we're rolling out are all for mental health therapists.
Amazing, amazing. You have built something so great, Lori, and you should be over the moon about it. I just want to say a huge thank you to you for joining us on the session of Mind Your Business with SML. We
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate you sharing your time, your insight, and your expertise with our community. I want to speak to the public now. If today sparked questions or reminded you that legal support should be proactive and not reactive, I encourage you to reach out to Lori directly. She's fantastic. Resources, someone you want in your corner when it comes to your legal needs. I will absolutely be including all the contact information for you to reach out to Lori. And again, please reach out to her. She is amazing, and I can't say enough. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Marnie.
Lori.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.